जय जय राम विठ्ठल विठ्ठल पांडुरंगा राम कृष्ण हरी 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 राम कृष्ण हरी मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हरी मुकुंद मुरारी पांडुरंगा पांडुरंगा राम कृष्ण हरी पांडुरंगा पांडुरंगा राम कृष्ण हरी सीताराम सीताराम सीता वल्लभ सीताराम 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 सीता वल्लभ सीताराम राधे श्याम राधा माधव राधे श्याम राधा माधव राधे श्याम राधा मुकुंद राधे श्याम राधा गोविंद राधे श्याम राधा मुकुंद राधे श्याम राधा गोविंद राधे श्याम राधा 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 राधे गोविंदा वृंदावन गोविंदा कृष्णा मुकुंदा हे नंद नंदना हो नंद नंदना हे नंद नंदना हो नंद नंदना राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा कन्हैया लाल की जय सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय राधे श्याम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय राधे श्याम सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम वीरा हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे ओ प्रभु मन बसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय.
You want a mixed up voice? You want a female voice now? Oh, Sona.
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तू ही डेरा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे, फिर जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। May you rest in peace, Mr. Lalla Bissram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Ayodhya Shri Ramachandra, Ananda Rupa, Jai Jai Ram. Ayodhya Shri Ramachandra, Ananda Rupa, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Kulabala Nanda Kirala, Girirala, Jai Jai Ram. Kulabala Nanda Kirala, Girirala, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Mata Yashoda, Shri Krishna Chandra, Ananda Rupa, Jai Jai Ram. Mata Yashoda, Shri Krishna Chandra, Ananda Rupa, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram Ram. Krishna Murari, Kunja Bihari, Paurukari, Jai Jai Ram. Krishna Murari, Kunja Bihari, Paurukari, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram. Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Jai Ma. Jai Shiva Shankara, Jai Shiva Shankara, Jai Shiva Shankara, Jai Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Jai Ram. Why for why for so says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba. Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fail when I am here? Why fail when I am here? All I want is your love, nature. All I want is your feet. All I want is your endless love, no matter what your fate. All I want is your loving God. All I want is your fate. All I want is your love, your blood, no matter what your fate. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fail when I am here? Why fail when I am here? The light you see in the dark of night is that golden man. Find the light that is in your heart and reach thy promised land. The light you see in the dark of night is that golden. Find the light that is in your heart and reach thy promised land. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fail when I am here? Why fail when I am here? Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, all came unto this land. All of them brought a message of love to love your fellow man. Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, all came down to this land. All of them brought a message of love to love your fellow man. So say Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fail when I am here? Why fail when I am here? Why fail when I am here?
Thank you. I'm going to sing.
I don't have the lyrics. I don't have the lyrics. I got no song.
I might have more here that time, but in the family, I have my senior pandit here. When it runs what, I give optional talk, dance, or chant.
अच्छा बोलिए प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय. My dear friends, let us all join in prayer. In whichever way you recognize the Supreme, let us all join in prayer. Om Yajagato Duroma Daiti Tadu Sutta Sait Data Ivati Jyotisham Jyotirikam Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpamastu. Our Reverend Pandit and all blessed souls, today we have gathered here to pay our last respect. And the last time I was here, I had given a little story about the train of life. My life is like a journey on a train, with its stations, with changes of the routes, and with accidents. At birth, we boarded the train and met our parents. But we believe they will always travel on our side. However, at some time and some station, our parents will step down from the train, leaving us on this journey alone. And as time goes on, other people will board the train who will be significant to us. It would be our friends, siblings, and children, and even the love of our life. Many will step down and leave a permanent vacuum. Others will go unnoticed. Don't realize that they vacated their seats, which is very sad when you think of it. My friends, this train ride will be full of joy, sorrow, fantasy, expectations, hellos, goodbye, and farewells. Success, therefore, consists of having a good relationship with the passengers, requiring that we give the best of ourselves. The mystery to everyone is unknown. We do not know at which station we ourselves will step down. Therefore, we must live the best way. But how? That is with love, forgiveness, and to offer other best of ourselves. Because when the time comes for us to step down and leave our seat vacant, we should leave behind the beautiful memories for those who will continue to travel on the train of life. My dear friends, I wish you a joyful journey this year on the life of him. Reap success, give lots of love, and more importantly, thanks for the journey. And lastly, I thank you for being one of the passengers in this train. And my friends, many of you would know this song. It goes like this. Hai prana dil dwara na jaane koi. All right. Okay. My friends, thank you. I don't want to really be too long, but I would like to extend my sentiments in a few songs. And firstly, I would say, मेरे सामने वाले खिड़की है एक चांद के टुकड़ा रहता है. Friends, many of you would like to know what Mr. Sonu was telling Movina. He was saying to her, the other side of the road, there is a piece of the moon. But what happens? टूट गई है माला मोती बिखर चले दो दिन रहे कर साथ जाने किधर चले. Friends, the necklace is broken and the pearls are all scattered. We have lived together as a family for a couple of days, and now that one of our loved ones has finally passed on, we don't know where they have gone. Why? Because say, दुनिया से जाने वाले जाने चले जाते ये कहाँ, because we don't know which side they have gone to. And again, a very popular song. राहे मनवा दुखते चिंता क्यों, कसाते है दुख तो अपना साथी है. Oh man, why do we worry about sorrows? As in this case, for sorrow is our friend. Happiness is but a lifeless shadow. It comes and goes, and only sorrow is our true companion. And again it says in one final song, it says, दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाए, काहे को दुनिया बनाए, काहे को दुनिया बनाए. O creator of this world, why did you create this world? What purpose motivated you to design this world? And what was uppermost in your mind when you created this world? What did you seek to obtain? And again one more. छोटे जन्म गवाया साधु, छोटे जन्म गवाया. Scripture describes that our whole world would go to waste if we for once, one moment, did not made an attempt to recognize the Lord. And in another line it says, Jyoti bandhanam, Jyoti kaya, Jyoti yaha kaya. In this unreal universe, relationship, family, friends are not lasting. Even our breath is temporary. What to say of this body, my dear friends? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
This man, I forced him to sing a song. Huh? You tell me I'm going to sing, you're going to say a few words. And he's one of the reverend.
Anybody else?
So what? Yes, that's fine. We have, I'm not sure if it's your favorite child. Oh, so I know, ask Anissa to.
Sitaram, everyone. I am Anissa, the second daughter of my dad, Lalla Bissram, whose life we celebrate today. My father, Lalla Bissram, also known as, and I have a list, Rango, Sono, Freddy, and even Monos is one of them. He was born in the village of Sangre Chiquito as a playful baby who began life challenges at his first breath. My father, however, was blessed to be raised by nanny cooks after his mother passed away at a very, very young age, leaving 7 very young children, all of whom nurtured each other. Daddy, being the only boy child, had special nurturing by his 6 sisters, which we all know he was grateful for. That bond they have will never be broken, even though God chose to separate them. My father was not only mine, but I should say our mentor, biggest fan, number one supporter. I am certain that his daily calls and checkups will be missed, along with hugs, kisses, words of encouragement, and positivity. Daddy attended the Plum Mitan Presbyterian School, as humble as he has always been, no shoes, in fact barefooted, no book bag, but I could imagine how happy he still was beating that road, excited to play his favorite game of marble pitch. We learned recently that he might have even danced a little, which reflects the absolute joy he had for life. Moving on through the timeline of Daddy's life, he attended trade school in Sawa, when he stayed by Uncle Gichi, and Sangre Chiquito, when he stayed by Uncle Mikey and Auntie Golly to learn mechanic. As a young man, he was ready to use his charm to find a woman who was going to encourage and love him more than life itself. Who knows, Daddy will attest to him saying so far, so good. And boy, the distance he came back to find my mother. He fell in love with the neighbor's daughter in Plum Mitan, and the beginning of a beautiful lifetime love story began. He was employed in the Ministry of Works Drainage Department with the help of the late Nandalal Christopher. From then, Nandini, my big sister here, myself, the late Reto, and Kumar were privileged and blessed to have him as our father. Because of the unconditional love my father showed his family, it breaks my heart to see you leave so soon, because I would have loved for your 3 grandsons to have their nanas, hugs, kisses, and of course life lessons taught to them, the way you taught us. You loved your grandsons to eternity. Daddy, honestly, I wish you can open your eyes again, because each of us need you so much. We would give anything to eat that soft paratha roti again, to get and someone to rub that sprained ankle or tummy ache. To have someone to run to with our problems, knowing you always had a solution to carry us, and a positive solution. We would miss you carrying us to the beach at 6 a.m. to go and jog on the beach because it's healthy. To book last-minute trips to Caribbean countries and beach houses just because you believed in living a happy and peaceful life. I'm proud to say that the hurdles Daddy faced created a man everyone could look up to. The death of Reto, the late Reto, our sister, left us all in shambles. And when we thought we could never make it through, Daddy taught us patience, love, forgiveness, prayer, put God first, believe in God's plan, trust God, run to God, depend on God. Your last breaths were the name of the Lord. In all of this, you could have never prepared us for all this to live without you. That was the only thing we were never ready to learn. The most devastating thing happened in August when Daddy began feeling sick. The man who drove every family on this hill around, being the first to own a car, a Shamant, was now being driven to and from his destination, something that he was not accustomed to. The look on his face, despite being confused at times, will always remind us of how strong he was in moments of uncertainty. And that is what the meaning of faith is. On his journey to and from his treatment, he was enthusiastic to get over the obstacle rather than worry about it, because remember, so far, so good. I want everyone to know that my father loved everyone he was around unconditionally. I have never met anyone who did not say they did not love him. If he had wronged anyone, please forgive him. His duties towards Aja when he was alive were fulfilled, and I am sure they are both looking down on us. Rito finally gets to meet him again. His mother meets her son. We are happy for them, but our loss is great. The king of our family leaves us today with broken hearts and tears running down our faces, something he never did when he was alive. We love you, Dad. You will be in our hearts forever. May you rest in eternal peace. I know you are in the arms of Lord Krishna now. Daddy, until we meet again, Om Saragati.
Thank you. Should I take over your mic from me before you finish? You're doing well. Brothers and sisters, as many of you here would have difference in understanding what is death. In Sanatana Dharma Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Kurukshetra was telling Arjuna, and we were talking about Arjuna had doubts about certain things and fighting and who's on the other side. And Lord Krishna says, O Arjuna, there never was a time when you, nor I, nor all those gathered here never existed, and there shall never be a time when we shall cease to exist. That, in a nutshell, is what life is about. Whether it's a human being, whether it's a tattoo, whether it's a manikou that somebody wanted to catch a couple of nights ago, luckily the pendulums with him, and those two manicous saved. But the thing about it is, whatever life form it is, we are all connected. That's what makes Sanatana Dharma stand out. We are all connected with everything else. And the last sloka in Garuda Puran, chapter 16, tell you, other life forms transmigrate. They die and they're born again into something else, and like that they go and come. We say, Avagana, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Varanam. Like that we go until by the grace of God we become a human being. But if you're a human being, you die, and there's a possibility you come as a human being again, and you go transmigrate. You have a jewelry, you have a bag with pap and punya, good deeds and bad deeds. We have a name Chitragupt. But we have been programmed to think that if I do this, God watching me, and if I do that, God watching me. It doesn't fit. That doesn't fit into Sanatana Dharma. Rest in peace, that doesn't fit into Sanatana Dharma. You drop this body, so what we say, die, you drop this body, certain things will happen, certain time will pass, and you take another body. And that is the sequence of Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maran. It's a sequence. So we're going to know better place, and you waiting to go to some heaven and sit on some tree. It's not like that. Our own karmas, in his hands today we put two pinda. We didn't know what kind of bag to make, what are we going to put kaskadu or what we're going to put in it, okay? But we put pindas, because the pindas will disappear by the time the body comes to ashes. It will disappear. And his own karmas will go with him. What you do. And sometimes we think, if we want to justify something, we think, well, okay, in the next life you will pay for that. Not like next life. This year you're paying for everything right here. Okay? So they hope that some father come with chicken, we're going to come with a list and tick off what you did and what you didn't do. If you complete your life, you don't know what to do. Then what happens? If you did not complete your life, then you will come back to complete it. See, life is a strange thing. We leave God as that life force, as that soul, Atma, whatever you want to call it, and we take different births and we come again. Okay? You come here, what happens here is you decide that. Nobody deciding that. No Levite, no female, no Lord for you to decide that. You're going to decide that for yourself. So eternal rest in peace. If you rest in peace, then you forget you to see that over. Then the pickpocks come and taken him over because he rested in peace. He wanted to see that. But because you're going to go when this journey stops, you will have Shraddha, you will have Shivan ceremony, you will have Bandara, and then the travels, and then you will have the 1 year Bandara, or if circumstances permit, you do it before that. After that 1 year Bandara, it will enter into Pitralok. When the life left the body, the family who was waiting for him in the nursing home without a car took him, and the soul got an escorted tour of the lower and the upper lokas. Then it came back to the house of attachment. So when this deer was lit, it was like a guiding light for the soul at this house of attachment. And the soul will remain here, and then it will follow the family to go to the water side, where they do the best god, the Shivan ceremony. Come back here again until we do the Gita part to bid farewell to the soul. So there is no way death in another language or in another religion means end, punto final. But it is not in Sanatana Dharma. It's just a transition from one to the other, as its own karmas will take it. So sometimes we hope that okay, we meet again. Well, sir, if you see him again, you will know it is him. Believe me, you will not know it is him. But what does it matter? Because after attempting to give a little joke, when the wife died and she see Rango Lyman, she went up and hugged him up. So what hug him up for? See, well, when we get married was until death do us part. You die already, that not there anymore. But that's an English joke, so don't take on that. But until death do us part. But the thing about it is that you see how you confuse the mind? Eh? So for 7 lifetimes, Janama ki saath hai, we're not getting into that. It is about life and death. He came here, all of us, I was very fortunate to meet him there, in the middle of Bush Game Sanctuary, together with the whole side, Roy and Alan and Left Hand and Chur and everybody. That's why I met him in the middle in Barn, in the forest. And I was so privileged to know him. And I had a little vodka. The first weekend, he and Alan come down to spend the weekend. He told me that they had some family in Macbean. So, really? I supposed to let people in Macbean. So Saturday morning, we go down Calcutta and Macbean. We go by, well, he said Nana, I said Naja. We go by Doon, by Ponte Farah. So this can be a family. And there we had this big connection. Then we realized his Nana is Nayaja. And everybody knew my father's little brothers in Plum Mitan. But I had to go and meet this man when I'm in the forest, in the middle of the forest. But the thing about it was also my blessing to know him in this lifetime. I could have lived my life and never even meet him. Okay? But the thing about it is only by your good karmas you get to encounter certain people and certain things and certain experiences in this lifetime. So, death is just a transition. It's not a full stop or final full stop. Okay? It's just a little punctuation mark when we move on. If it was the end of it, we'd go down, Kaltu and throw in the drain somewhere there. But because something else happens, okay, the matter, the prakriti, the five elements, no matter how powerful an army is, they cannot destroy that. You can destroy the body, but the ingredients that make up the body, you cannot destroy it. Science cannot destroy it, no matter what they do. And that's why we dispose of it in water, and then it goes on and gets into the whole cycle of this cosmos. The air mixes with everything else. Science tells you if a butterfly flaps its wings here in Plum Mitan, it affects the wind flow in Japan. Because everything is one, it is connected. Water is connected, air is connected, everything is connected. Prakriti is connected. So our understanding of that is entirely different. Now, in European countries, they will take your ashes from a crematorium, get it in a container, mix everything in it, and plant a train it, or plant anything. So we use nature to dispose of the elements. Science now is managing that nature to use it for a good source. Okay? So that is definitely something much more than we can fathom. Okay? My father used to say, you see, when I was living, give me what I wanted. See, because dead horse don't eat grass. But he lived long enough for me to sit down and for he and I to sit down and talk, so that we could understand we don't have dead horses. The horse change body and go somewhere else. So we don't have dead horses. They see opportunity which I'm making, or someone from school.
We'll now call Ramesh to say a few words.
Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum, and a good morning to each and one of you. This morning, we come to say goodbye to a friend, a family member, a brother, an uncle, a neighbor, a good person. I was here recently, about 3 days ago, in a neighborhood here, to do some work. And the minute I came out from the car, I gotta come a little closer to you, Papa. And the minute I came out from the car, I went to the neighbor's house there. And the first thing he said to me, Ram, how are you going? I said, good. He said, Uncle Son, we're doing good, you know. He just took him to the hospital yesterday or this morning. I came across at his sister's house, and it was the same sentiment echoed. I walked down the street here, and everybody in the street said something good, something positive, and something that is true that depicts this individual that is lying here today. And to surround it all and to top it up, he was a people's person. He was a people's person. He lived a life of goodness and greatness, a humble, kind, compassionate, and loving life in this neighborhood here. I have known him all my life because he's a bit older than me. I knew him in the village, then we became so close at the temple, at the Plum Mitan temple. When he was a devotee there, an ardent devotee of the Lord. And not only him, but he brought his family together. And a family that prays together will stay together regardless of the weather and circumstance. This morning as we say goodbye, I have many great things to say about this individual. A very humble person. Very, very humble. And he spoke the truth. He adhered to truth. He lived a dharmic life. He attends his place of worship, as many of us should do. Not only when we get in we get older, but whenever we get the opportunity, whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, or a Hindu, find a place of refuge at the feet of the Lord in whatever form. And he did that. Ahimsa, non-violent life. He lived that life. You never hear Uncle Rango have a confrontation with anybody. He never had that. He lived a very nice life. To me, he was like a brother to me. Because when I always speak to him, positivity. And that is what we should adhere in our life. He was a good example. And when there is a good example, we must take a sample of that example. Take a sample of this good example. Put it in your life and practice it. Let it manifest in your life and see what a transformation of a good human being you will be. And every time he will talk something good, and he will always talk about Macbean and Panditji there and all his sisters. Because he was the Dular boy now. He was the Dular boy because of so many sisters and the only boy. He was the prince. He was the prince. And I know his father. I didn't know his mother, but I know Auntie Cokes, who nurtured, nourished, and lead them with moral and spiritual value. That today, what can we say about Uncle Rango? Watch the multitude of people here. It says it all. The life that he lived, it says it all. You want to come and say goodbye and give your blessings to him. And as Anissa said, was a father figure, not only to his children, but all those around. He was a good individual. And let us take a page of that. Let us take a page of that and put it in our life, regardless of what. Regardless of what, put it in your life. Because he stands for goodness, he stands for truth, he lived a dynamic life, and he lived a loving life. A loving life, that all that he touched enjoyed his company. All that he touched and he came into contact with, it was infused with that love. Isn't that true? Today I want to urge you, as a member of the temple, please live a good life. Live an honest life. Live a pure life. Because at the end of the day, we want to leave this world not bitter and depressed and sad, but smiling. And we are sure that we will find a place at the lotus-like feet of God. I want to thank you, Panditji, and this family for giving me the opportunity to say a few words that I spoke from my heart. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna bless the soul, and may he find eternal rest. Thank you very much. Thank you, Guruji. Before we should go by, so or go pick up the eggs. Alan, well, who will water the plants now? Who will water the plants? I just assignment duties. Only assignment duties. I'd like you all to join with me as we sing, as we justify what we put in his hands. बांध के घतरिया रामा, बांध के घतरिया, बांध के घतरिया रामा, बांध के घतरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन, बांध के घतरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन, बांध के घतरिया, बांध के घतरिया रामा, बांध के घतरिया, बांध के घतरिया रामा, बांध के घतरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन, बांध के घतरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन। जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठी हूँ, जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठी हूँ, उड़त गए दिन नैन पथरिया, उड़त गए दिन नैन पथरिया, कोई न
कोठरिया प्राण लोकाई कोठरिया कोठरिया कोई न ले जाए है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई न ले जाए है धन चार पहर मेरे खाते उठाओ हो चार पहर मेरे खाते उठाओ हो फूक दिया जैसे बने के लकड़िया फूक दिया जैसे बने के लकड़िया कोई न ले जाए है धन बांध के घट कोई न ले जाए है धन कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु हो कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु हो छूट गए सब माल उतरिया छूट गए सब माल उतरिया कोई न ले जाए है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई न ले जाए है धन बांध के घट
We would now take this time to invite Esther Joseph to say a few words.
Alright, pleasant morning to all. Today, as we celebrate the life of what I will call him Freddie, or Fredo, alright, I have a few words that I would like to say on behalf of my parents who, unfortunately, are not able to be here this morning. Yesterday he called and he said, well, Ina, I have a few words. You have to go and say something for me this morning, you know. So I said, all right, no problem. He called again this morning. Where you here? I said, when I organize him. He was like, so you ain't going yet? I said, okay, I'm going. He said, remember to read exactly what I wrote. So this is why I have this paper with me. I promise it's not lengthy. This is from the boy Kai and his wife Paul. What is the essential ingredients of a good life? Goodness itself. The secret of a good life is right here, before our eyes. If you wish to live this good life, fill your life with love, goodness, gratitude, compassion, and generosity. And when we reflect on even the words that Rami said, and even from what we heard from the Eulogy, we know that these are just a few of the positive words that would have come out from Fredo, alright, when he's speaking to us. Alright, goodness, generosity, compassion. Alright, so we want to say, we did not call you a friend, but a brother. Because that's what you are to us. We had many good times together, and we thank God for these times. And when we talk about good times, we would like to reflect on the Vanilla trip, the Togo trip, alright, making cook with all the co-workers and all of them. I could talk about it because I was fortunate to be a part of it too as well. Alright, when we would play cards together. And of course, of recent, the stroll along Manzanella Beach. Of course, Fred moved, Mommy and Papi. Alright, he would pick them up in the morning and they would go take their drive on the Manzan Beach. So I know for sure that they will miss that. So, my boyfriend, on behalf of the entire family, your friend Kai, your girl Pearl, we want to say farewell to you. We know that you have lived a really, really good life. Alright, the fact that we could stand here and speak about you, it says something. And may your soul, I was going to say rest in peace, but I will listen to what the Baba say. Alright, may your soul, the journey that it has departed onto, may it continue to travel, alright, find positive grounds, and may continue to impact the lives of the people that we will encounter on this other journey. You have a pleasant day, everyone.
Thank you very much. When election time come in, this road would be smooth as anything else. So smooth that we run off around the corners. And when somebody dies, people will come and they give you polished treatments. But what I heard and what I know of the deceased, it has not been polished. It is the reality. You have somebody else?
We call him now one Shafiq Mohammed.
Good morning to each and everyone, and condolences to the family. Well, I have known this gentleman, well, I won't say for too long, because only about 30 years ago I returned to this village to live. Not this village, but the other village in Beach. And during that short period is then I've got to know him. And after knowing him for this long, I can say I learned a lot of things about him. Knowing first and foremost, he's a very approachable fellow. You can speak to him wherever you want, whenever you want. We meet him at all occasions. We meet him in the weeks, in cricket field, in funeral, in functions, anywhere you go, most likely you will see him. He like Wednesday, everything he was being. You know, everything he being. And the nice thing about it, you can relate to him wherever you meet him. And in his relationship, you never hear anything like out of time in talking. We will always talk something positive. And for this cause, we could say that he was a very, very good person. And we can emulate him after knowing him, and then we can follow his ways, because he has gotten so many friends, and he has left.
Shobhitalingam Janajadekaviyashamalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Tatapranamani Devam Pravarchitalingam Kamadaham Karnakaralingam Ravanavaradadinashamalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Sarvasudam Sulepitalingam Buddhi Vivaradhana Karanalingam Siddhasurasuragam Vitalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Tatapranamani Kanakamahamani Bhokchitalingam Palipatideshtita Shobhitalingam Dakshasayagya Vinashamalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Tatapranamani Sadashivalingam Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Kumukuma Chandanalepitalingam Pankajahara Sushobhitalingam Sanchita Papa Vinashamalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Tatapranamami Devaganachita Sevitalingam Bhavabhava Bhakti Bharevachalingam Dhanakarakoti Prabhakaralingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Ashtadaloparivishtitalingam Sarvasamudabhava Karanalingam Ashtadarodravinashamalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Suraguru Suravara Pujitalingam Suravana Pushpa Sadachitalingam Parataparama Paramatma Kalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Tatapranamami Sadashivalingam Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Keep your hands, stick this in the sun, put your hands together as we conclude. Tvameva Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dradinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Dhyau Shanti, 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 Abha Shanti, Oshade Shanti, Vanaspati Shanti, Vishwadeva Shanti, 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 Shanti Reva, Shanti Sama, Shanti Redhi, Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. That's of your flowers. We have some more flowers that you'll get. And those of you, after we offer the flowers, those of you who like to have a final look, you come where I am, and you go into my left and go around and go back to your seats. Offer the flowers.